ability. Ability is skill, training, or an inborn talent. My ability is slightly unusual. I have a hearing impairment of both ears with microtia. But my disability has been a great asset to me and to my life. Microtia means that your external ears are extremely undeveloped. If you could take a closer look at me, you'd be easily able to find that I have no ear holes or ear canals. I can start to hear the Puritan sound, like a beeping sound, beep, beep, like that, at 75 decibels, which is as loud as the vacuum cleaner working 5 feet away from where you're standing. The reason why I can hear at all is because of a Baha hearing aid, bone-anchored hearing aid, which is implanted above my right ear. Before I got this implant, I was unable to hear at all. The process of getting this implant, of learning to interact with the world in a different way means that I spend a lot of time in and out of hospitals learning about the technology that is inside my head. Hearing aid like mine don't just amplify the sound like a microphone on my body, but also convert it into the bioelectrical signals our brain's neurons can understand. This complex piece of technology and the huge part it holds in my life are part of the reason why I came to Duke University to study biomedical engineering. I hope to create a better hearing aid technology to help deaf people hear and communicate with society. However, here's the thing. Deaf people have no trouble communicating with each other. Sign language is just as complex and beautiful as spoken languages. Sometimes signs look like random gestures, body languages, or are even interpretable to the general public. But absolutely, obviously, the process, the structure, or the fast movement of hands will be complicated to people who haven't around it as much as I have. Let's go through some of it together. First of all, this means the woman in international sign. I think I don't have to explain why this gesture means the woman in international sign. This might be pretty clear to you. But a single use of the word will be less obvious. Everyone please stick your left thumb, please. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, left thumb. Yes, everyone is giving me thumbs up. Very good. This means the person, the man in Korean Sign Language. Actually, it resembles the person. Your thumb will be the face, the rest forefinger will be the body, and this part will be the back of the person. An example of complexities of sign language can be shown in how we can sign help in Korean Sign Language. If you use your right hand and tap the back of the person, this means help in Korean Sign Language. Actually, it looks like helping, right? Supporting the person or making the person go ahead. I would like to show the further examples, but actually I need one more person on this stage. So I want to invite Rand right now. Is it great? Yes, thank you very much. I want to tell you that Rance is helping me, because he's literally helping me right now. Then we have to solve the English grammar problem. Let's go back to help gesture. There's an explicit difference between the subject and the object. My right hand is helping the person on my left hand. In other words, even though it is the set of the gesture, there's an explicit difference between the subject and the object. So we have to use this word with considering who will be the subject and who will be the object. So, Rance is helping me. Then it means that my left hand should be on my side, and the helping hand, my right hand should approach from where Mr. Rance is standing, like that. How about Rance wants to tell you that Rance is helping me? Because you're really helping me right now.
Yeah.
Your left hand should be toward me, yeah, right. And your right hand should be tapping the back of the person. We are explaining the same situation to you, but there's a difference between our expressions. I am in past tense and he's in active tense. If we talk about this without considering these motions, we will be likely to make a mistake in communication. Agree? 2%? Thank you. Thank you very much, Max. The point of that was to show you sign language is not an inferior or alternative method of communication developed for people with disabilities. Sign language is the basis of deaf culture, the basis of deaf society. Deaf culture, deaf society, and sign language are not something to be looked down upon, but something to be embraced in the same way other languages are, spoken languages are. Let's imagine that my friend in South Korea visit the USA, visit the university. Their inability to speak English will not be considered disability. Of course, they will have many difficulties communicating with you because they cannot speak English. But they are not disabled. Why is sign language treated differently? Why is using sign language considered disability? In my freshman year of high school, I volunteered for and got interactive with the deaf community. Going to camp and conferences in South Korea, I developed a much closer connection to my own disability. And I began to view my disability as a cultural identity that unites me to others in a similar situation. So, this is also how I began to adopt the way we innovate in biomedical engineering. I come from a unique position of both sides of this technology, and I believe that we will be able to make even better solutions for that society. Building on the idea, sign language is a native language of the deaf, we can broaden our perspective on technologies for the underrepresented. In 2014, the Bird School of Communication submitted a concept technology. They named the Google Gesture to a design competition. This Google Gesture consists of a wearable cuff that interprets signs into spoken speeches by analyzing muscle movement. Let's take a look at what they can look like.
Say hello to Google Gesture, a service that translates sign language into speech. Using electromyography, it analyzes the position and muscle activity in both your hand and forearm.
This means that Google Gesture can identify exactly which sign you are making. The information is then sent to the Google Gesture application, which translates your gestures into speech in real time. With Google Gesture, Google continues to do what they do best, making information available for everyone, no matter who you are, where you are, or what language you use.
Now, this is an amazing piece of technology. To make this Google Gesture, we would of course rely on knowledge of neuroprosthetics. But also, we must rely on our experiences in that society. The Google Gesture and my hearing aid, Baha hearing aid technology, are relied on the same field of biotechnology. But we can say that one is much more friendly to that society. The comfort and ability of that society to communicate will be maintained through Google Gesture. This is the moment when disability becomes one of many kinds of abilities we can have in the world. Fundamentally, engineering exists to help visionary society, to innovate the way we live, and to help us reach new heights as a species. The relationship between the technology and society is just as important as the technologic development. Now we can make the better world. We can even create the new world. But to make the best world, I believe that we should work together, picking what each community really needs, not what we think they need. Thank you very much.